Well, it looks like Lizzo, one of the big time faces of the feminist movement, is in trouble for allegedly force feeding bananas to some of her employees, maybe some of the dancers. This is an interesting story. We might have another Ellen DeGeneres type situation where you get these big time stars on TV, on social media, and of course, when they're recorded, it's always a character. It's always, at least with Ellen's case, it's I'm nice, I'm nice. I'm this loving person, and then behind the scenes, she treats the employees terrible. And then with Lizzo, it's body image. I'm fat and I'm proud. It doesn't matter. And apparently, she's been doing some fat shaming to some people that are not as powerful as her. We've got this overweight pop star Lizzo currently being sued for sexual harassment, including forcing dancers to participate in sex shows for her. This is the same woman the media celebrates as a female activist. One of the allegations claims Lizzo forced dancers to eat bananas protruding out of these sex workers' vaginas. What is going on with this story? Guys, I didn't even read this story. I just took a few photos and I was going to react to this. Is ridiculous. The lawyers say, quote, things quickly got out of hand. Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas. And awfully quiet from the Me Too movement. Yeah, the Me Too, I haven't heard much from the Me Too movement recently. But yeah, all of this is alleged. Lizzo ends up putting out a statement that I'm sure she didn't write. It was definitely written by her agent or someone from her legal team coming out and saying, these last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. I usually choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. So she's denying it, probably thinking, listen, it just, like, if you're going to come out with allegations like this is super creative. If this was made up, these people had to have gone to ChatGPT and said, listen, tell me a crazy story about Lizzo sexual harassment with bananas. And this is probably what it put out. But it just seems like something so crazy that, why would they make this up? But Lizzo and her team have come out and said, no, we didn't do it. We didn't force the dancers to eat bananas. Just a really strange story. Another part of the lawsuit highlights concerns Lizzo had allegedly expressed about Davis's struggles on tour, including comments Davis perceived as thinly veiled, concerns about weight gain. So Lizzo is worrying. Think about this. Lizzo, the feminist expert who thinks, you should eat 10,000 calories a day. It's perfectly normal. Be happy in your own body. Although it is funny, if you are overweight, you're probably going to be less happy considering you have to work that much harder just to do normal tasks. It's always best to encourage people to be at a healthy weight. You're going to feel better, you're going to look better, and just overall your body is going to thank you, and they are going to respond. And of course, we all know that this whole culture is just ridiculous, but Lizzo comes out, says, yes, you can eat 35,000 calories, there's no problem. And now she's fat shaming people, at least allegedly. This lawsuit just brought on, she's denying it, we get it. But it is interesting, it's the idea with Ellen DeGeneres. Oh yes, I'm so nice, I would never hurt a fly, I'm perfect. Turn the cameras off and it's a different picture. And these people, it's all about a power dynamic. Lizzo is the star, Ellen is the star. And behind the scenes, they're going to act like the star and they have all the power because they control what happens. So that's what's going on there with Lizzo. And then we've got this Mark Zuckerberg coming out and saying that Threads has lost more than half of its users. I saw a stat. Threads had basically lost about 80% of it. And this is exactly what I predicted, guys. Everyone's been critical now. They're saying they launched Threads way too early. Zuckerberg didn't know what he was doing. I don't know why they decided to go forward with it with no trending, no search. and no For You page, which has been a huge hit on Twitter, on TikTok. The idea of not following people and just having the algorithm do it for you, that was something. I mean, you went back on Twitter in 2013, 2014, nobody had that. Your timeline was filled with the people that you were following, and that was it. And now it's like complete crack because they'll just recommend you viral videos that other people are interacting with, and that, other news stories and tweets that are doing well. Threads doesn't have that, and it just cannot attract an audience. And I said, even after about 2 weeks, listen, there's two options. Either this becomes a socialist shithole, or it's just going to be some influencer crap with a bunch of younger people. And I think, honestly, it's probably both of them. Maybe more so the first one. But either way, yeah, Threads needs a complete rebranding. It's just the Instagram model does not make sense when I'm trying to view it. Number one, it's just when you compare it to Twitter, especially on an iPad, and I know it's not a big deal because a lot of people don't use iPads, but I use an iPad a lot. And it is a horrible experience trying to use it on an iPad, let alone actually going to Threads and trying to interact with other people's posts. It's very, very hard. And I am sorry. I know Twitter is now called X. It's just, I know why Elon did it. He wants it to be his own. You spend $44 billion. You want it to be yours. I get it. But it is, Twitter was a really good name. There's no denying it, even though we realized Twitter had significant problems before Musk took over. It's funny, all the ignorant people who hate Musk, and I'm not trying to kiss up to him, but let's be honest, you don't realize how many bots you were interacting with before Musk took over. It was 20% bots. I know people were saying it was 50, 60. It was 20% bots. 1 out of every 5 people on Twitter was a bot. Why do you think they've changed their entire sign-up thing now to where you've got to do like 5 different I'm not a robot survey things just to get through it and sign up? Either way, this is all anecdotal. I think, when it comes to bots, they're going to exist no matter what. One of the other things I saw that is just crazy, and this is a flaw in the entire Elon Musk system, unfortunately, the verification system that they have, where if you pay $8 or I don't know, what is it, $11 to X, you get the verification and your tweets get recommended more. If you reply to someone, it goes to the top, and we know the girls or their agents, whoever it is with the OnlyFans, they pay for it, and they'll respond to something, and it's just complete crap because their profile picture is them in a bikini. They're just trying to get people to view their profile, so they'll respond to a viral tweet, and then they'll show up at the top because they paid the $10 or whatever it was, and it is really bad. So they're still trying to figure that stuff out. But either way, the Threads, it's not surprising there. How about this? Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm guessing he was paid to say this, but he claims that biology is insufficient during an unhinged rant where he talks about you can wake up one day feeling 80% female, 20% male. You watch that, you're a younger kid, that's probably going to confuse you. And it's just, what is the purpose of a scientist saying this? We have studies and facts that males and females are different based on our genetic makeup. Why do you think all shooters, why do you think most murderers are male? Because we have more testosterone. This can all be traced. This all makes complete sense. Why are we reverting now to act like none of this is real? It just doesn't make, it's just, this dude was paid by someone to say this. There's no way that you come out and you say something like that and you expect to be taken seriously as a scientist. I don't know. But either way, guys, getting back, we've got Lizzo, force feeding people bananas, another Ellen DeGeneres situation popping up potentially there. That is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter or X. Link to that's always in the description.